So if you prove this theory, this is something that you, as a research scholar, scientist, and you come forth like this could be like a Nobel Peace Prize, a major discovery for the world.
If I succeed, and there's a big if, it changes everything for everyone. There is no one that would be untouched by it.
Wow.
Think about it. Think about it. What if there were a scientific explanation of not only sense, but how sense functions, how it comes to be intelligence, how organisms come to be in the world? My theory explains, just as Newton's theory, brought together and providing an explanation for many different perceived things. My theory attempts to bring together many different observations in a single new theory that it would be like inventing gravitation, the idea of gravitation. So it would be a major advance.
So this is actually something that really can succeed, or is this just, right now you're saying it's just a theory?
Good question. You try some gum? The answer is, I've been doing this for 7 years now. It requires, basic research is not very popular sport. I have put everything into it. And the challenges are still pretty hard. I've made a lot of progress. And I'm at the stage where I'm building the mathematical framework. This is long, hard work. But the answer is yes. This can work. And if it works, whoever owns this technology owns the future. I mean, by which I mean whatever country owns this technology owns the future.
Yeah, they could try to kill us over this.
So that this is, so that you, as an, are you an American citizen? Are you?
No. I'm a citizen of the world. Reluctant
But
British
your
citizen.
passport, okay, so your passport says you're a British, you're a citizen of England.
Yeah.
So then, would England own this? If you
No.
No.
All right. God no.
I said whatever government can manage to steal it first would own it, right?
Yeah. That's basically the bottom line. Once I get close enough,
So someone could steal it from you and then just get rid of you? Claim it for themselves?
not today. No.
No?
No, I've protected myself. I'm very open. I'm an academic. I publish work. People in the academic community know me, read my stuff. Some people like me write lots of papers, and that's typically because they're in an institution somewhere, but I'm independent, so I have the luxury of basically writing a book. So all of my work, all of my theories are bound in this book. I may write some papers this year or next. There'll be papers, not very many people will read. They're in the foundations of mathematics, foundations of logic, that sort of thing. difficult work. No
You get one
guarantees.
bite of this because I'm eating the rest.
So this difficult work. So basically, but it sounds like you are enjoying this difficult work. And it's really,
Oh, that's his thing. He likes the hard questions.
If you had the chance, if any human being had even the most remote potential to achieve something like this, wouldn't it be irresponsible of them not to pursue it with everything they could possibly gather?
well, yeah, I think, yes, particularly if this is something they have a passion for and want to do. I mean, if
Oh no, this has nothing to do with I have no wish. It's got nothing to do with my wishes.
So then what does it has to do with?
Imagine Galileo or Newton had said one day, "This is too hard." Shit, no.
I guess they did.
No,
I meant,
They probably did
there
it
were
one day.
days, I'm sure there were days of great difficulty for all of them. But imagine that Newton had said, after the apple had fallen from the tree, he'd had his great insight and then decided he couldn't be bothered to write it down or do the math necessary.
okay, I see what you're saying. Okay, and I'm
So that would have been irresponsible of Newton, right? Profoundly irresponsible. Even if you have the slimmest, and he had no way of knowing whether he was right or not. Just an idea. So even if you have how many lives of human beings does an opportunity arise to do anything like this? It's so rare. It's just, I've been involved in a lot of advanced technology, mostly bleeding edge stuff that's not made anyway. But it's all advanced stuff. And a lot of people think it's really cool. The stuff. But none of that compares to being able to make a contribution to human knowledge at this scale. If you could ever, if you can find a way to make a contribution that has this kind of impact, it'll change how we view ourselves. Just like Copernicus. Copernicus said, sorry guys, the Earth is not the center of the universe. The sun does not go around the Earth. And so challenged was he at that time by this idea that he feared for his family's life and didn't publish his ideas until after he died. He published his book after. Galileo was under house arrest for much of his life because he advocated work at Copernicus. New ideas are really hard. And they're really hard to get into the world. People have invested, strong intellectual investments. This is true today. It was in the time of Galileo. It's a different, we don't put people under house arrest anymore, but we sort of, as we're discovering this past week, the mainstream tries to marginalize your influence.
okay.
So, I am, at this point in time, Don Quixote, okay? Chasing windmills, and at some point, we may
It's
step
gonna catch up
from
with
the
you.
fancy and move back into building stuff, changing how people see themselves.